So today I'm going to be sharing my top 5 luxury high-end makeup products for mature skin that I think that's worth every penny. So in case you're interested, then keep on watching. Welcome to Cat's Eye Beauty. And if you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by. I'm over 50 years old and I love testing out makeup and skincare products, everything from drugstore to high-end and everything in between. And today it's all about the top 5 luxury high-end makeup products that I think that are worth every single penny. Now, I test out a lot of makeup this year, including a bunch of high-end luxury makeup products. And you know what? Only 5. Yeah, just 5 made the cut. You know my first love is drugstore makeup. You know I love doing comparison videos, but these 5 products are unique, beautiful, they work fantastic for mature skin, and I couldn't wait to share them with you. So without further ado, let's get into the video. How you doing? Okay, it is 7 degrees out here in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and oh my Lanta, it is so cold. Yeah, and it's Christmas Eve, and I'm just super excited to share these products with you. Like I said, there are only 5 products, 5 that made the cut. So you know I put them through rigorous testing. I've got everything from primer to foundation, concealer, and an eyeshadow palette that I think that's worth every single penny. So let's start out with primer. If you've been around on my channel for a while, you know my favorite primer this year has got to be from Cali Ray. They're So Blown Blurring Primer. It's infused with collagen peptides to moisturize and nourish the skin. It's good for pores, it's hydrating, and it creates a matte finish. It also contains niacinamide. So now this retails for $36. Super pricey, I know, but you only need a tiny bit of this primer. And I'm gonna put a little bit out on my hand. As you can see, that's probably too much anyway. I love how it smells. It has such a nice light citrus scent. I just like to place it on my most porous areas, which is primarily on the center of my face. I do have normal to dry skin, but since it's been so cold here in Chattanooga, my skin is super dry. So this is actually very hydrating at the same time while blurring. I mean, it's magical. I don't know what is in this thing. Well, there's a lot of dimethicone that's really going to smooth out your pores. It even fills in this huge line that I have right through here, and it's plumping at the same time. It's beautiful on the skin, and the fact that it has skin-loving ingredients is actually a bonus for me. Very blurring, but hydrating at the same time. Now you're probably saying, well, Catherine, I want my skin to look glowy. One of my other favorite primers for a glowy complexion is from Danessa Myricks. It is called the Yummy Skin Glow Serum. Now this retails for $34 and it comes in 2 shades. It provides a radiant finish, it's also hydrating, and it's good for dryness, uneven texture, and dullness. And I'm in the shade Main Squeeze. It has just an ever so slight tint, and since it's been so cold here, I do like to add a little bit of this on the outskirts of my face, on the outer portions of my face for that glowy complexion. It's smoothing, it's hydrating at the same time, and it just has a beautiful glow. Now you can wear this on its own for those no makeup days to hydrate and just give yourself a beautiful glow, and it smells amazing. But I like to use 2 primers. I know kind of seems like a lot, but I like to use a primer that's going to blur my pores and plump up the skin, and then on the outskirts of my face create a nice glowy complexion. Now for foundation, which is luxury high-end, this one was super easy for me because I test out a lot of foundation, but this one really knocked my socks off. This is the foundation that I go to every single time where I want to have a beautiful natural finish, light to medium coverage. I want it to be smoothing and blurring, but also look natural on the skin. And the fact that it comes in 51 inclusive shades really won me over. It is from Haus Labs. It retails for $45. What I love about this particular foundation is that it's so long wearing. I can wear it and 12 hours later, it's still going to be there. It doesn't shift on my skin. It doesn't disappear on my complexion. And I'm in the shade 190 Cool. Look how well loved it is. I love it that much, and I would buy it again and again because it is that good. So I'm going to go ahead and pump a little bit on the back of my hand, and a little bit goes a long way. It's funny because I was at my OBGYN a couple of weeks ago, and my OBGYN, she asked me, what is the best foundation for Indian skin? She is very dark complected, and I immediately thought of this foundation, the Haus Labs. It does contain arnica, which is good for your skin. I said because of the fantastic shade range, she would be able to find a shade that could match up with her. And she actually wrote it down. I love my OBGYN. And I actually started on HRT therapy. Ask me how that's going in about a month. This is such a beautiful, natural looking foundation, and that's what I love about it. It's not heavy, it's super lightweight, it really just glides onto the skin. I like using a foundation brush just to tap it in. It just looks like I'm just layering on a new layer of skin. It's so smoothing, and it has that perfect medium coverage. Now, I do have hyperpigmentation and melasma, but I feel this just offers the perfect amount of coverage without looking too overdone or too cakey. But look at the difference. And you only need one pump. If you're looking for a luxury high-end foundation that's gonna last all day, that's gonna provide the perfect shade for you, I highly recommend this foundation because let's face it, I test out foundations every day. So if I had to stick with one high-end foundation, it would be this one, because it just looks so pretty on the skin. That was just one pump, and I still have plenty on the back of my hand, and you can build it up. It's not cakey. It doesn't settle into my fine lines, and that's what I love about this foundation. But see how beautiful it looks on the skin. Like I said, it's a natural finish. It has arnica in it, fermented arnica that's supposed to help with redness. And I know during the cold winter months, redness is a big problem with my skin because it's just so cold outside. My skin turns red and irritated, but this foundation is so pretty on the skin. Now for concealer. I tested out a lot of high-end concealers this year, and I was met with so much disappointment. I tried everything from the new Beautiful Skin Charlotte Tilbury to the new one by Too Faced, Pat McGrath. All of them were so expensive. This one I consider high-end, but it's actually super affordable. It is from Dominique Cosmetics, and it's called their Wide Awake Concealer. This actually retails for $22, and it comes in 17 shades, and I'm in the shade Creme Brulee. You know how much I love this concealer because it has such a unique wand tip applicator. It contains caffeine to brighten under your eyes, but the wand tip applicator is metallic, so it soothes and depuffs your eyes at the same time. And I just like to put a tiny little dot right where I need it. Ooh, and it's so cooling. It feels really, really good. And it doesn't overload your applicator with too much concealer because it's so easy to put too much concealer on, then it settles into your fine lines. But this one, with the unique applicator, you can definitely control how much you put on. It's just that perfect consistency where it's not too thick and not too thin, where it's going to settle into your fine lines. But look how easily it blends under my eye. It is so beautiful, and it is full coverage. To ensure that it doesn't settle into my fine lines, I do like to take a dry beauty sponge. And in this case, I'm gonna go ahead and take the Catrice Prime and Fine Dewy Glow Fixing Spray. Take a couple of squirts and just gently press that concealer so I can set it in place. I love doing this little trick. It really puts the concealer in place and hydrates my under eye area at the same time. My complexion looks great. My under eye is brightened. I feel like that wand tip applicator from the Dominique Cosmetics really cooled and soothed my under eye area. And what I'm going to do next is I'm going to set my under eye area with my favorite luxury loose setting powder. And again, it's from Dominique Cosmetics. I have tried a lot of loose powder this past year, but this one, I keep going back to it. It is Dominique Cosmetics Smooth and Blur Setting Powder. It comes in 2 shades and it actually retails for $22. That's actually, in my opinion, very affordable. You're not going to use a whole lot. It's buttery, it's lightweight, it's infused with hyaluronic acid to lock in the moisture and keep your makeup in place all day long. This stuff is magical and it does not clog your pores. The one thing that I don't care for with this particular powder is the actual, you have to tap it out. I'm really clumsy at this, so I tend to tap out too much. I'm going to go ahead and tap a little bit, like that tiny amount. I'm going to go ahead and set my under eyes, tap off the excess, and then just press it under my eyes to set that concealer. And right away, I can see it blurring, and right through my T-zone, and right where I get a lot of pores, This is where it really does the magic. There's something in this microfine powder that absolutely blurs everything right through here. It is beautiful. Not only is it infused with hyaluronic acid to draw in that moisture and keep your skin looking dewy fresh, it really locks my makeup in place. And I think at $22, even though it's a luxury high-end makeup product, I think it's super affordable. It doesn't look cakey, it just looks natural. I think it's beautiful. So what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna go ahead and put on some bronzer and some blush, and I'm gonna share with you my all-time favorite high-end luxury eyeshadow palette. Do you know which one it is? Let's see if you can guess. Bronzer and blush are on. Now, I just had to use my all-time favorite ultra creamy bronzer. It's from Revolution. It retails for $8. Hey, you can mix it up. Drugstore and luxury makeup. I do it all the time. I decided to test out this new blush that I got from Sephora. It's from Item. It is their cream to powder blush. I got it in the shade Admit It, cool mauve tone shade. They say it's a cream blush, but it's more of a dense powder. It has fantastic pigment, as you can see, but this was on sale for $10 at Sephora, and I thought I would pick it up and test it out, and so far I'm really happy with it. I love the shade. It has fantastic pigment, but also the longevity is superb, and I think that's why primarily all of these products that I selected for my top 5 luxury products, they have great longevity. I mean, at the end of the day, you want your makeup to still be there. So here we are with all the complexion products, and I can't wait to share what my favorite eyeshadow palette, luxury high-end, is. I tested out a lot of Pat McGrath this year, Huda Beauty, Natasha Denona, but this one took me by surprise, and it was an eyeshadow palette that I wasn't even going to purchase, because when I first looked at it, I thought, that's boring. But look at me, boring neutrals girl. The eyeshadow palette that I'm talking about, you've already probably guessed it. It is from Makeup by Mario. It is his Ethereal Eyes eyeshadow palette. Now this just recently launched, and it is limited edition. It is a 12 pan eyeshadow palette that retails for $68. I know. Like I said, I wasn't going to purchase it, but I am so glad I did. I have zero regrets because I am a neutrals girl, and the formula in this particular palette is so excellent. I've dabbled with a couple of his eyeshadow palettes before, but for some reason this formula feels different. It feels creamier. It is a beautiful blend of cool and warm tone nudes, and I just pull from this every single day. Now the shimmers can be used wet or dry, and they just look so stunning on the lids, and it doesn't add any additional texture to my 55-year-old lids. But let me tell you something, I love this eyeshadow palette because it's not so pigmented to the point where you have to blend and blend and blend. You can easily get a one and done eyeshadow look. This is so sleek and easy to travel with. I love how simplistic the design is. Pans are huge. $68, I know, is a lot of money, but since I am a neutrals girl, and since I love this great combination of warm and cool tone shades, I pull from it every single day. Just to go ahead and set the all over my lid, I'm going to take that first shade here just to set my concealer. This is just a really nice neutral, almost the same shade as my eyelids, and it just provides an all over lid shade. With the same brush, and this is just a BK201, nice fluffy brush. I'm going to go in with that second to lightest shade and go right in my crease to carve out a little bit of definition and create some depth. I love this eyeshadow palette because it is so easy to blend, and that's what I look for in an eyeshadow palette. Is it beginner friendly? Are there shades that I'm going to pull from every single day? Is it versatile? And this eyeshadow palette just checks all the boxes. So now I'm going to go in with this mauve shade through here, same brush, and just blend that out. It is so pretty. Like I said, this is such a beginner friendly eyeshadow palette. If you like neutrals and shades that are super easy to blend, I think you would really enjoy this palette. It's easy to hold, it's not too heavy, it's so pretty. Beautiful soft look. Now on a Sigma E25, I'm gonna go in with this deeper shade up in the right hand corner, tap off the excess. I'm just gonna go ahead and deepen up the outer thirds of my eye right through here. I've actually really been enjoying these Sigma brushes. Did you know that they were available at Target? I had no idea. Of course, they're synthetic, they're very soft, they're very comfortable on the eyes, and this one is just blending out beautifully. On a pencil brush, I'm going to take that shade, the pinkish shade, and mix it with that deeper shade. I'm just going to run it along my lower lash line. Now I'm gonna go in with this deep brown shimmer, so buttery and creamy. And I'm just gonna go ahead and tap it all over the lid. Like I said, you can use these shades wet or dry, but for the ease, I just like using my fingertips. And I'm gonna take that same Sigma brush and just blend. Super easy. This is so pretty and so easy to use. Now, if you want to add a little bit more glam, I'm going to go in with that top shade right through here and pop it into the inner corner just to brighten up that inner corner and wake the eyes up. And then pop it right under the brow, just so the light can catch it. But that eyeshadow look was super easy. You don't even have to use all the shades that I used. The mattes are creamy, the shimmers are so easy to work with. There's no fallout. It's absolutely stunning. But what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna go ahead and pop on some eyeliner and mascara, and I'll be right back. Target, baby, $18. So here we are with the final look. Now for eyeliner, I just used the new Huda Beauty Quick and Easy Liquid Eyeliner, and this is in the shade Very Brown. I think it has the same impact as black eyeliner, but just in a subtle, beautiful way. And the felt tip pen was super easy to draw a nice baby wing. And then for mascara on my right eye, I used the Tower 28 Make Waves mascara. Now that retails for $20. I absolutely love that mascara, but I did put the new e.l.f. Lash and Roll mascara on my left eye, and I literally could not tell a difference. But yeah, here we are with the final look. But what is your go-to favorite luxury high-end product? Let us know down in the comments to help each other out. I hope you had fun hanging out with me today. I had a blast, I always do. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I would love it if you'd be a part of our family. And in case you want to hang out a little bit longer and check out some foundation reviews, check out the playlist down here. And for skincare reviews, check out the playlist right over there. But for now, mahal kita, I love you, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.